Hey guys, good morning. Guys, can you see my screen? Just type S in the chat box. If you're able to see my screen. Okay, great. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, guys. So, guys, we'll continue with the XPath expressions and okay, the remaining portion of XPath expressions. If we have some time, we'll also move into CSS selectors, but let's see. Okay.
Sir, I have one small doubt, sir.
Yeah, please.
To 1 second. Sir, this one I have doubts that when this smoke testing is performed, sir. Actually,
Mm.
I know that, I know the smoke testing is performed when the initial build is given. Uh,
Yes.
when is the sanity is performed, sir? Like it's very confusing in the net. Some is saying before the regression testing, some is saying after the regression testing. So
Mm.
it's confusing, sir. So what is the path, sir? Like when the build is given, first
Mm.
smoke testing is done to verify the build is working fine. After that,
Mm.
what is done, sir?
Okay, I'll explain that after the session. Okay, at the be there in the end of the session. I'll explain definitely. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Because it will deviate the topic and all. Many people may leave the session right at 8 o'clock. So that's the
Sure, sir.
reason
Sure.
I'll answer
Sure,
at the
sir.
8 o'clock after 8. Okay, fine.
Yeah, sure.
Just remind me that question again. Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. So we completed all these XPath expressions, right? And examples are completed. Now we are into the XPath functions. Okay, so we are now into the XPath functions, guys. XPath functions part 1. So here we have text function, we have contains function. There are starts with, there are a lot of XPath functions, guys. Okay, I listed only the important ones. Okay, you only need these two functions majorly, text and contains. You rarely need this starts with function. You rarely need this starts with function, or you generally don't use this last function and position function. But I just kept it like that so that at least I cover 5 functions for XPath. Okay, if you Google it out, okay, how many XPath functions are there? If you Google it out, you will get a lot of XPath functions. I'll just show you. So XPath, if you Google search for XPath functions, you'll get a lot of XPath functions, but all are not useful. Okay, all are not needed. XPath functions reference something is there. Let's see. Is there any XPath function thing here? I think we are on a wrong page. XPath functions. Let's go. So how many XPath functions are there? Let's see if this article has anything like that. Okay. What is this? B, C, D. No, it's not the one. I think in W3 schools only we should get that actually. W3 schools is the one. Okay, XPath functions, XPath tutorial we have. Detailed XPath tutorial is there in W3 schools where you have introduction and all those things, XPath standard functions. But where exactly the functions are? XPath. Nope. I don't see anywhere, right? I used to see some page actually with XPath functions and all. Here there is some other thing coming up. XPath axis. XLT functions are different. XPath functions. Let's open few tabs and see what they are. Doesn't have anything. There are a lot of functions, guys. Actually, XPath has a lot of functions, and
Try some function related search. Maybe we can go to that folder.
okay, 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 fine. It's not coming, na? Yeah, Control F functions. X query is coming. Control F. Functions. Yeah, here some functions are coming. I think they categorize the functions here. So some of the functions are like this: position, last, then we have current date, current time. Like that, many XPath functions are there. Okay, these are XSLT, but these are XPath functions. Context functions, sequences, ID and dog, and many other functions are there. Here, aggregate functions are there, like count, average, max, minimum, sum. Okay, and sequences like sim. This kind of functions are there. Reverse and all those kind of functions are there. Functions on sequences, functions on nodes. Like this, some functions are there. Queue name, some functions are there. Okay, many functions are there here. As you can see in this list, there are many functions. Functions on some numeric value, ceiling, floor, and all those stuff. So there are a lot of XPath functions, but the one that we use in real time are only this one, guys. Okay, whatever I have done, noted in my nodes are enough. These two functions are more than enough. You don't even have to go to the remaining three functions, but I'll cover all the 5 functions for you as part of XPath functions. If you do a lot of Googling and all, right, you will get, yeah, these are XML, these are different, I guess. Yeah, the same page, right, that we have gone to XSLT, XPath and XQuery functions, okay? I think they have the same type of functions, okay? XSLT or XPath functions. There are many functions here, guys. As for reference, there are many functions, but we don't need all these functions to learn. We only need these 5 functions are enough, more than enough. And that too, in that, these 2 are more than enough. Okay, we generally use text and contains function mostly. Okay, fine. So I'll demonstrate the first type of function, that is a text function. I'll go to this application. I'll go to this application, umaya.blogspot.com application. And I have to find the p tags having the exact text, okay, which is containing the text as practice automation here text. Okay, how to do that? So how to use XPath and here we have this, okay, here we have this application. And in this, I would like to locate a paragraph having this practice automation here text. If I inspect this, guys, okay, if I inspect this, you will see that this particular element on this omea.blogspot.com not coming. Right click inspect. When I inspect this practice automation here, just give me a second. It's kind of slow somehow. Okay. Inspect. Yeah, now it got. So if you see this element, when I inspect this practice automation here, there is a paragraph tag, and in between the paragraph tag, some text is there. Can you see that? Guys, can you see that there is some text between the paragraph tags here?
Yes.
Yes, right? Yes, correct. There is some text between the paragraph tags here. Okay, there's some text between the paragraph tags here. With the help of this particular text between this element tags, I would like to create an XPath expression. Though I can locate this paragraph with the help of ID, but I want to create an XPath expression. Okay, assume that this ID is not there. Okay, assume that for a while this ID is not there. If there is ID, why we go for XPath? Let's assume that the paragraph is something like this. It doesn't have any ID. Okay, so it's something like this. Assume that in real time it's something like this. Now I still want to locate this text on this page. So I don't have any ID. I don't have any name. Okay, I don't have any class name. This is not a hyperlink. Then I have to go with either XPath or CXS. So I'll go with XPath expression. And what I can use here in this case, in this HTML code, what I can use the text between the tags. Okay, I can use the text between the tags here to locate this paragraph element. For that, I'll copy the text between the tags. I'll copy the text between the tags and say Control F. And here I'll write down /p text function. Here, instead of writing @ some attribute name and all, right, we'll use the text function here, guys. Okay, we'll use the text function here. Okay, instead of writing @ ID is equal to something like that, we'll simply use the text function is equal to text function is equal to the value that I copied between the tags. This was the text that was there between the paragraph tags. That text I'll copy paste here. Okay. Now when I press enter here, you see this particular paragraph is getting located and this is getting highlighted. Okay. When I hover the mouse, you see practice automation here, only one element is getting located. This is how we can use a text function. The entire text between the paragraph tags or any other element tags can be used here to locate the element. Okay. Fine. And there is a shortcut, guys. Instead of using the text function, there is a shortcut where you can use dot in place of the text function. Okay, here dot is equal to text. What is that dot, guys? Either you can write the entire text function or you can use dot in place of the text function. Okay, here dot is equal to what? Text function. Either you can specify the text function is equal to some text or you can say dot is equal to some text. Okay, both are same. So if you see here, here we have dot function, guys. Sorry, instead of text function, we have dot. Can you understand that? Same thing, same result you will get. Either you use the text function here in place of the dot or in place of the text function or in place of the text function.
I cannot see what you are written over there.
Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
we are able to see.
Okay, fine. Who is not able to see the screen? Can you reconnect again and check? Just type it here otherwise. You see here, we have created the XPath expression like this. /p text function is equal to practice automation here text. Either we can do like this or /p square bracket dot is equal to practice, same thing. Practice automation here. Okay, like that also we can write. Either text function we can write or dot in place of the text we can write. Okay, anything is fine. So let's try other elements. Okay, apart from locating this paragraph here, let's say I want to locate some other thing on this page. For example, I want to locate this submit button. I'll inspect the submit button. I'll inspect the submit button here. And you see there is a button starting tag and button ending tag. And in between the button tags, we have the submit text, right? In between the button tags, we have the submit text. I'll copy this particular text and create an XPath expression like this. Control F, /button, and text function is equal to the text between the button tags I can give. It can be any tag, guys. You see, the button submit button got located here. Only one element got located. Similarly, can we do in place of the text function? Can I use dot symbol here? Can I use dot symbol in place of the text function? Can I replace this text function with dot symbol?
Yes.
Yes, right. I'll remove this text function from here, and in place of the text function, as I can use a shortcut that is dot. Okay. /button dot is equal to submit, like that I can do. Fine. Like that, any elements on this page which has some text between the tags, if you want to locate, then definitely you can use a text function, guys. Many elements can be located like this. Okay. Many elements on this page can be located like this. Is there any other thing that I can locate? So I was able to locate this thing. Let's say this page 1. Inspect this page 1. Hyperlink. And it has some text between the tags. You see here anchor tags are coming now. Okay. In between the anchor tags, we have this page 1 text. Copy that. Control F, /A, text is equal to. Whenever you are unable to use any ID, name, class name, link text, when you go for the XPath expression and there is no other clue for you, then you can use the text between the tags to locate the element, one element, and it has located this page 1 link. Page 1 link we located, paragraph we located by using the text between the tags, and the submit button we have located by using the text between the tags. And in place of the text function, we can also use a shortcut symbol known as dot. Okay, we both are same. You'll get the same result. Clear with this text function, everyone? How to use a text function? It's very useful function, guys. Okay, Lot of cases we have to use text function. Okay. So everyone should be clear about this text function. That's why I took a lot of examples in this case. Text function is very much required for us. Text function is very important for us, guys. So because in some lot of cases, it will be useful for us. Now comes the next function, that is contains function. If you don't want to search or locate the element with the entire text between the tags, if you want to use some partial text between the tags or the starting text or ending text or between text, okay, if you want to use, you can go for contains function. Okay, you can use contains function. Just give me a second. Okay, let's continue. Fine, guys. Here, coming to the next function is contains function. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the contains function. So suppose in the same application, guys, in the same application, if you want to locate this practice automation here, this paragraph, but you want to use only the starting portion, only this practice portion you want to use to locate this paragraph. I don't want to use the entire text for locating this. If I inspect this element, I'll get the HTML code. The HTML code is something like this. Instead of using this entire text, I would like to use a partial text. Why I have to go with the partial text? Anyone can tell me? In real time, why do I have to go with the partial text when I have the entire text here? Can anyone say the reasons why we have to go with the partial text?
When sometimes like last value will be integer, right? So it will be changing. So we
Yes.
can use the value.
Though there is entire text using which we can locate, we can use a text function. But in some situations, we cannot use a text function. Why? Because let's say practice is constant. It's not changing. But here, the next portion is changing. Here, tomorrow, if you see, here practice testing here will be there. Okay, instead of automation here, testing will be there. Here, practice Java here will be there. Practice Python here will be there. This text is kind of dynamic, guys. Okay, it may keep changing, but practice portion will be constant, let's say. What happened? I have to refresh. I did some mistake. Okay, fine. Inspect this. Okay. So I told you right here. Let's assume that this ID is not there for a while. Again, it's the same thing. When this is a temporary change, so don't worry. I have to remove this. Let's assume that the ID is not there, and then we are locating this paragraph with the help of the text. But the problem here is the practice, this particular practice text is constant. It will not be changing, but the remaining portion of the text may change. Here, instead of automation, it may be practice Java may come. Okay, practice Python may come. Practice C# may come. Practice, other things, HTML may come. Okay, but practice text is constant. So what I will do is, since it is dynamic, every time this text is changing, the last portion of the text is changing. So I'll take the initial portion of the text like this. Only the partial portion of the text I will change. Take it and say Control F /P. Here, can I use text function and give the partial text here? Like this. Can I give like this? Is it locating? No, it will not work. Text function, for the text function to work, you have to give the entire text. Not the beginning portion of the text, you have to give the entire text. Okay, guys. Here for the text function, you have to give the entire text, but here you are giving the initial partial portion of the text, which is constant for that particular paragraph. So what I will do is, instead of the text function, what I will use, I'll remove this, and inside the square brackets, which function I have to use? Everyone type in the chat box. Instead of the text function, which function I have to use here? Everyone type in the chat box the function that I have to use here instead of the text function to get this done with the partial text. Yes, contains function. Right, guys? Whatever you are typing in the chat box is right. We have to use contains function. Inside the contains function, what we have to do inside the contains function? We cannot say is equal to, this is how we cannot write this content. This is not how the contains function will work. Okay, this is not the syntax of the contains function. Text function is equal to text will be there, but contains is equal to text won't be there. This thing cannot be written like this. Where we have to write that? Inside the contains function, you write text function again. Okay, inside the contains function, which function we have to write? Write that in the chat box, guys. Inside the contains function, you have to write text function. Everyone type that. This is very important. Inside the contains, write like this. First write contains, inside the contains, write the text function. Yeah, like that. Inside, yeah, what Renuka has typed in the chat box, that is correct, guys. Inside the contains, you write the text function. Then after that, you have to put a comma. After the text function, what do you have to do? You have to put a comma and single quotes inside the contains function only. You are giving that partial text. Now it will locate. Now write the entire thing. Now everyone write the entire thing. /p square bracket contains, inside the contains function you write the text function, comma, 2 arguments here. Contains function, you are passing 2 arguments. One is text function, another one is a partial text. We cannot write reverse. The same format we have to write. No, we cannot write Nagaveni. That is not possible. Okay, text of contains is not possible. Contains of text is possible. Okay. So contains text function, comma, the partial text, the initial partial text. Okay, that's right. Correct. Pushkar, you are right. Everyone is right almost. Okay. So this is how we have to write, guys. Okay. Then what will happen? Press enter. You see, it's still locating the paragraph, even though I provided the partial text here. And in place of the text function, can I put dot here? Do you think, can I put dot here in place of the text function? The shortcut of the text function is what? Dot, right?
Yes.
Can I put dot here? Yes, we can put dot
Yes.
without problem. You see, when I put dot, the same result you will get. Either text function you can write, or you can put dot, comma, practice. Okay. Hope you got the idea, right? A bit. Similarly, let's apply this thing for the middle text, automation. You see, here practice is the initial text. Let's assume that there are some situations in real time where, okay, the starting and ending of this particular text is changing, but the middle text, let's say middle word or automation here, there is a word like automation, right? This automation is constant. Okay, start automation here, start automation now. Like that, they are changing. This first word and last words are changing, but automation is constant. Okay, learn automation now. Okay, so like that, the starting word and ending word are changing, but in between word is not changing. Automation word is not changing. Whatever the constant word in this particular text is there in real time, I'll take that and create an XPath expression like this, /p. Then the square brackets, what is the function I have to write? Here also partial text only. What I have to write? Inside this, what function? Type in the chat box, guys. Yes, I have to write contains function. And inside the contains function, with circular brackets, what I have to write, guys? Inside the contains function, I have to write text function. After that, there's only one argument I pass it into the contains function. After the text function, I have to put a comma symbol, and in single quotes, I have to specify the automation text here. Automation, that's it. /p contains text, comma, automation, and press enter. You see it's locating, right? Practice automation here. Practice automate, /p contains text, comma, automation. Fine, clear? That's it, guys. Okay, /p contains text, comma, automation. Okay, fine. So it is locating, or in place of the text function, again you can use dot symbol. That's up, that you already know. Let's say in some situations here the first 2 words are changing, but the last word here will not be changing. In that case, what I will do? Same thing. /p contains text, comma, the last word is not changing, the remaining portion are changing. The remaining portion between the tags are changing, but the last word is not changing. The here text is constant, let's say, but the initial text, okay, or middle text is changing, let's say. In that case, I'll take the constant text and provide the constant text inside the single quotes, close contains function, close the square bracket. Now it's still locating, either using the initial constant text or middle constant text or the ending constant text. I still can locate the element using the contains function. Now everyone understand what is contains function? Is it clear, right? Guys, is it clear how to use a contains function? It's very useful functions, guys. Text and contains functions are, lot of times they will save us in locating the elements. So it's mandatory for everyone to understand the text and contains functions in a proper way. Okay. Now, is this the only thing that we can do with the help of contains function? The answer is no. There is still more into the contains function. Okay. There is still more for the contains function, guys. What is that still more thing? Here, in place of the text, I can provide the attribute also. We can provide the attributes also, and we can use contains square circular brackets, at the rate, some ID, comma, some partial text of the ID. We can also give like that. Not only the text between the tags, but also the attributes also. Everyone type using contains function. We can locate using partial text and partial attribute values. Contains function will help us in what? Contains hyphen, write down partial text, comma, partial attribute values. Like that, you will type in the chat box, guys, so that you will remember. Partial text and partial attribute values can be used by contains function in order to locate the elements. Okay. And the limit, it's not limited to only text, guys. It's not limited to partial text contains function. Also partial attribute values also, that everyone has to remember. So everyone type in the chat box so that you guys can remember this thing. Not only partial text, but also partial attribute values. Partial attribute values using contains function. Right, everyone, right, correct. So I'm going to demonstrate that now, how to use the contains function, to use the attribute, partial attribute values, okay? Yes. So let's go. For example, in real time, you got a situation like this. ID is equal to 123 main 123. Did you see something here? ID attribute value in the HTML code is like 123 main 123. So here, this 123 may be tomorrow 456. This 123 also can be tomorrow 456. What I have to do? What is a constant inside this ID attribute value? Main is a constant. So I'll write the / tag name square bracket contains. Here, instead of the text function, what I am using in the contains function, at the rate ID, and the constant value of this ID value, that is main I am using, okay, to locate the elements dynamically. This 1, 2, 3 can be in the beginning, or it can be in the middle, it can be in the end. Doesn't matter. We'll take the constant text out of the portion of that ID attribute value or any other attribute value, and then use in the XPath expression like this. Fine. Yeah. I'm going to demonstrate one real-time example here for you guys to understand. So I'll show you a real-time situation where you will get this situation. Okay. That is, I'll go to Facebook. I'll go to facebook.com. Here you have a login button. Guys, can you see a login button here? Guys, can you see the login button here on this Facebook page? Yes, right? I'll inspect that login button, guys. Just see what happens. Okay. In real-time application Facebook, I'm demonstrating this. Now, when I inspect the login button, here I'm getting an ID. Do you see an ID attribute value here? U underscore 0 underscore 5 underscore, then last two letters are I and hyphen. Just remember this last two letters. I'll take this entire thing and create an XPath expression. / button at the rate ID is equal to, I'll give this entire text of the ID. Okay. Now it's locating the login button. Locating or not? This particular XPath expression is locating or not? It's locating. And just observe that last two letters, observe that I and hyphen are there. Now what I will simply do is I'll simply refresh this page. I'll simply refresh the page. I don't do anything. I just simply refresh the page. Again, I'll inspect this login button. Okay, now I'll say Control F and I'll use the previous XPath expression and press enter. Is it locating now? Is the previous XPath expression locating this login button anymore? Why? Can you understand why? Just observe the ID attribute value and tell me why the previous XPath expression is not working anymore. The last two letters,
Dynamic value.
Yeah, I / are now changed with what? KI. Again, if I refresh, again it will change. Now you see the last two letters are now changed to AW. Earlier KI was there. Now AW is there. Okay. So this portion is not same every time. Right, this part is changing. Now if I give AW for a while, for this part it will work fine. Again, when I refresh the page, again it will not work fine. This older XPath expression is not going to work again. Control F and press enter. It will not work again. The problem is like that. But what is a constant part? This part is a constant part. U underscore 0 underscore 5 underscore up to here it is constant. Copy this part, constant part. And here, so I'll write this like this, / button contains function. Inside the contains function, have to pass the text function or @ID in this case? Do you have to pass the text function or @ID? @ID I have to pass, not the text function, comma, whatever the constant text that you put inside the single quotes. Now it will locate. Now refresh it any number of times, the same XPath expression will still locate it. Okay, you don't have to change the XPath expression anymore. You see, still it is locating. Again, I refresh. The same XPath expression will still locate. Still locating. Clear, guys? How can we use contains function with not only the text function, but also with the attributes also we can use. The constant value can be in the beginning, constant value can be in the between, or constant value can be at the end of this attribute value. It can be ID attribute or name attribute, doesn't matter. Okay, the constant value can be at the beginning end. So here simply the attribute name, @name, @ID, @class, whatever you can give, and the constant value that using which you want to locate. So this is how we can use contains function. Is everyone clear with the contains function here? We can use the text function and all. Yeah, please.
So this is applicable only for XPath, right? Not CSS selector, right? Contains.
No. CSS will be different. In CSS, we don't have this. Okay.
Okay. So
CSS doesn't have any alternative for this kind of stuff.
Okay.
But there are some kind of symbols are there that I'm going to demonstrate later. Okay. For attributes, it is there. For attributes, there is a possibility in CSS. For partial text, it's not there. But for attributes, okay, for partial contains text, there is no option in CSS. But there are some symbols in CSS selectors using which we can locate the attributes values which are constant portion is beginning, middle, and end. We can do that. Okay, that I'll show you when CSS selectors come. Okay, is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? These are two important functions. These are two important functions, guys. Fine. Is it clear? If it is clear, just type C in the chat box, guys. If it's not clear, you can ask me the doubts. So these are main important functions. That's why I'm asking you again and again. These two functions are very much useful for us while creating the XPath expressions. So everyone has to know these two functions. Okay, great. Okay, then fine. Next one is starts with function. What is the next one? Starts with function. Again, the same thing, guys. Starts with function can be used with the text function or the attributes also. Okay, starts with. So I feel that contains is more better. Why? Because the constant can be in the beginning of the text or beginning of the attribute value. Constant can be in between of the attribute value or between of the text. Constant can be at the ending of the text or ending of the attribute value. We can use contains, right? But starts with is only some places where we can use is like the constant value should be in the beginning of the text or beginning of the attribute value. Understood, guys? The difference between contains and starts with. Starts with work similar to contains, but only thing is that the constant should be in the beginning. The constant of the text or constant of that particular attribute should be in the beginning. Okay, so here I'll show you that with examples. For example, here practice automation here is there. The constant, let's say practice is there. Can I use this with starts with to locate this paragraph? Can I use practice text to locate the paragraph? Because if the starting portion of the text is constant in this paragraph or whatever the tags in between the text is constant, then I can use, instead of contains, I can use starts with /p. Here, instead of contains, I'll use starts with function. Inside the starts with function, here in this case, I have to use text or attribute name for locating this paragraph. I have to use text function inside the starts with or attribute text function, comma, the initial portion of the text of that particular thing, which is constant, that is practice. I can use practice. It will work. It is locating, you see. Similar to contains function, it is working, but the only problem with starts with is only it will take the beginning text. What if I write automation here, partial text automation here, if I think that is constant, can I use starts with here? Can it locate the element? Can it locate the element, guys? When I use automation text, which is in between the text. Between constant you cannot use. In this case, instead of starts with, what I have to use? Instead of starts with, if I have to use the middle constant text, what I have to use? Which function I have to use? Instead of starts with, contains function I have to use. I have to use contains function. Then only it will locate. Otherwise, it will not locate. Clear? Everyone clear with the starts with function? Either middle text or ending text, you cannot use it. Only the starting constant text you can use it. Okay, that's how the starts with function is different from the contains function. The syntax will be same, but the thing is the text that you are giving here should be in the beginning. Beginning constant should be there. Same thing applies for the attributes also. Here ID is there. Can I use here double slash button contains at the rate ID is equal to? But this constant part of this ID attribute value is in the beginning or not? Is in the beginning of the text, beginning of the value or not? Attribute value or not? I can use starts with also here. The same for the same thing. Instead of contains, I can use starts with. I can use that. Okay, I can use that. Can I use middle text like this? Instead of I'll remove the U here. Will it work? Will it work? Underscore 0 underscore 5 will work? No, but contains will work here. Contains will work here. Okay, like that. Hope the clarity has come. How to use starts with function is clear, guys. And in place of the text function, you can use dot as usual. In place of the text function, you can use dot as usual inside the starts with also. So are these three functions clear? Text function, contains function, and starts with function are clear for you? Everyone type C in the chat box if they are clear. Okay.
Arun, can you show that starts with the ID once? That's just previous screen.
Yeah.
Here,
Hmm.
uh,
Here starts with you want to use.
anyway, we are providing half of the ID only, right? Why it will not work?
Here starts with function works where you have to give the constant which is there in the beginning portion of the text or value.
Okay.
Here underscore u underscore 5 underscore is a between text, right? It's not starting with underscore, right?
Okay. If we write U, it will work, right?
It will work because constant
Okay.
part is in the beginning of the value. Okay.
Okay.
Only in that case you can use starts with. Do we have ends
Oh.
with? Do we have ends with in XPath? No function. Okay. People may
Okay.
ask you, do we have ends hyphen with function? Contains function is there where you can use the starting portion of the text or middle portion of the text or ending portion, constant portion of the text we can use, or starting portion of the attribute value or the middle constant portion of the attribute value or ending portion of the ending constant portion of the attribute value we can take with constant function. Contains function. But coming to starts with, it will not work with the middle constant and ending constant. It will only work with the beginning constant. That's the reason if I remove u, it will become between constant, right? You underscore 0 underscore 5 will become middle constant. That's why it's not working with the starts with. The moment I add u here, what will happen? It will become the beginning constant. That's why it's working. Do we have ends with then? In XPath expressions, do we have ends with? No, there is no such function like ends with XPath expression. Only contains and starts with are there, but ends with function is not there in the XPath expressions. Fine, clear, guys? So don't search for ends with. Okay, don't search for ends with. Only contains and starts with are there. Ends with is not there. Okay, starts with is there and contains is there, but not ends with. Ends with function is not there. Okay, fine. Clear so far, I guess. Now let's move on. Can I go on to the next function? Is everyone clear with this? Just type C in the chat box if you are clear. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Guys, I would like to announce one thing. On Saturday, Sunday, that is 16th and 17th. Okay, Saturday is 16th, right? 17th is Sunday. These 2 days, I am going to take a crash course on Selenium Java at a high level from beginning. I cannot explain in depth, but for the people who have joined in between, okay, who have not joined my batches from the beginning, who have started in middle or after a lot of sessions, if they join, this is for them. Or there is another way where you guys want to have a revision of whatever I taught. Okay, then also you can join. Everyone is invited in this batch. to this 16th and 17th. Okay. For the new members, it's going to be paid, guys. Okay. Whatever the crash course I'm going to take on 16th, 17th, it's going to be paid for new joinees. Okay. We are going to charge some amount. Okay. For them. But they can even convert that partial amount and become a full-time sessions also they can attend later. That kind of plan we are working on. But this is mainly designed for the people who join in between, okay, and who want to understand the things at a high level, okay, and to sync with the batch. Is that fine, guys? Chaitanya, you're okay with that? Chaitanya, you there?
Yes, Arun, Rohan here.
Yeah, Rohan. Yeah, fine with that plan, right? Saturday,
Yeah,
Sunday
yeah,
plan.
sure. Yes.
Guys, the sessions will start at 7 a.m. only. Okay. And the session durations on Sunday will be around, 6+ hours. And on Saturday will be 6+ hours and Sunday also 6+ hours, depending on the portion and all. Okay. We'll start the sessions from 7 onwards. So whoever is really in need of that as a revision, or who are the people who have joined in between, want to have a high level understanding of whatever that is covered so far in Java and Selenium. And we may also cover some extra things if required. We have the time, means we may also go with a small framework and all those. But I cannot assure you that. But I'll try my level best in making you guys understand. Okay, that's the plan, guys. Yes, 6+ hours on Saturday and 6+ hours on Sunday. And the 2 days, right, we'll complete the crash course. We are launching that as a webinar, paid webinar for the people. Okay. So if anyone is interested, for the people who are already in my batch, you can join for free. No need to pay anything. Okay. But for the ones who are joining new, right, they will be paying, and they can pay the remaining amount later also, and can instead of from crash, they can go to the detailed course also by paying the remaining amount. That kind of plan we are working out, guys. Okay, my team is working out, but for now, this is the thing. Okay, anyone want a revision kind of stuff, or anyone has joined in between, for now from our batch can attend that sessions. Okay, 16th and 17th, and we are going to conduct that. Is that clear,
Sir,
guys? Yes.
So this batch is there now, our batch. So in this, right, like later on when the class goes on, right, at the end we will be doing the complete BDD framework also, right?
Yes, correct. In this also it will be done.
Okay, sir. Okay.
That crash course is at a high level only, okay, for the people who joined in between, okay,
Okay, sir.
just to sync up with the batch. It's a kind of one of the means where, to help them in understanding, because they have missed some topics, right? So I want to take a special class for them, because some people have
But
asked
when
me like
we,
one and all.
but when hours comes, but when hours times come, right, it will be in depth, right, sir? Like BDD framework on all those
Yes,
in depth.
everything will be in depth for you, but crash course is an additional thing where for the people who want to learn all the stuff in just 2 days at a high level.
Understood.
I will not go in depth. In this kind of depth, I will not go. Okay. In this depth, I will not cover the topics. Only important things at a high level will be covered for them. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The crash course, right? It is crash course means just in 12 hours I have to complete. Can I explain like this? No, right? There's no other way like this. Okay. Yes, Renuka, we don't have any sessions on live automation thing and manual testing on that day. So on that day, I'm dedicating for this crash course for the people. Okay. Framework thing we have not started in this session. Okay, Sachin, we have not started a framework in our regular sessions. Okay, that is yet to come for us. Clear? Sachin, clear? Morning 7 a.m. it will start. 7 a.m. 7 a.m. in the Saturday morning, the crash course will start. Okay. The people who want to revise, or people who have joined my batch in between, because they cannot wait for the next repeated sessions to come up. So for them, I'm taking that, and along with that, we will try to bring some new people into our batch. Okay, that's the main plan. Two things together. My team is planning like that. That's fine. Okay.
It
Yeah.
would be the OOPS concept or complete Java on that day.
It will be complete Java.
Okay.
It's a Java for Selenium only, not OOPS concept like that, but it's a Java for Selenium. Okay. Just whatever that is required for automating Selenium, right? Wherever we are now, right? We have already automated something like what are the things that we automated, guys, at a high level? In the advanced part, we are right in Selenium automation. Okay. We automated something like did we automate Windows? Find elements we have done, right? Tag name we have done. Handling Windows is completed for us, or we are still there? Which topic was there?
Completed.
Yes, completed, right? So till that, if you have not attended those sessions, right, you can attend. Okay, or you want to a revision, you can attend it. High level revision you want means you can attend. Okay, clear? Clear,
Arun,
everyone?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why not cover the Java stream concept?
Java
Because Java stream concept.
string concept
Yeah, and the lambda expression.
that I will cover later. Okay, when the time comes. This is not required now. Okay, we will go deep into Java, right? We'll deviate. Okay. Streams, you meant to say streams, right?
Yeah, stream.
Streams, lambda expressions, I can cover that, but not now. Okay, when the time comes. You see, my sessions are like this, where when first I will cover some portion of Java that is required for Selenium. Again, some other portion of Java that is required for next topics of Selenium. Like that, we'll go. When the time comes, when
Okay.
the framework and all those things comes, when we are in a kind of situation where we have to improvise a framework to the next level. Okay, so then we may learn those concepts. Like that, I'll plan, but not now. Okay. When there is a need, we will learn and utilize it. Okay, that's my concept. I'll not teach Java entirely and then go like that. But most of the Java already covered. But the whatever the Java advanced Java that not advanced Java, but some complex topics of Java like lambda expressions, streams, and all, right, I have not covered. But I'll try to cover that when time permits and in the coming days. Okay, as part of this only. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, we may have another initiative of Java programming stuff that I am not sure whether I am not in a position to announce that, but I'll try to think about that in the coming days, where we are going to learn Java in a depth level. So we are in discussions about that. Okay, it will take some time. Okay, so just be there. Whatever I'm teaching, that you learn, and when the time comes, we'll teach you a lot of stuff. Okay. Okay, guys. Fine. Any other doubts or questions? Any other doubts or questions regarding this crash course thing? No, right? Fine. So we completed text function, contains function, and starts with function. There are two more functions which are very easy functions, guys, and these are not much useful also. We don't. Java for Selenium classes done in this batches, they are completed already. They're completed already. If you have not attended or if you have joined in between, you can attend the crash course that I'm doing on Saturday and Sunday, Madhavi. Okay. Fine. For the people who have not attended my Java topics, right, of these sessions and all, you join the weekend crash course. I'll just wrap up there for you. Mainly Java I'll cover and some portions of Selenium. Okay, I'll cover that. Okay, fine. That's the plan. And the people who are already good with that, you can take a break. Okay, after a long time, you guys are getting break on weekends, so you can take a break. Or if you want a revision, you can come also. Okay, that's up to
Sir,
you
if
guys.
possible, can you share that context, like after what topic you are going to cover what topic? As it is 6 hours, based on our requirement, we can join in between also.
The high level Java for Selenium, high level Selenium commands. That's it.
Okay, first day Java, can we think in that way?
Yes, first day Java will be there at a high level. Okay, that
Okay.
too at a high level. Okay, I'll just keep going like that. Okay, I'll start
Okay.
from the basics and I'll keep writing the programs, start variables, and I'll not explain all the operators. Maybe I'll explain only important operators like that. Okay.
Okay. Okay, Arun.
So you understood the context, right? The context is not to finish up the entire Java. It's only to help the people whatever that is required for Selenium, and we'll directly go to Selenium after that, and then in Selenium. Okay, in Selenium, we'll try out some commands, not all the commands, important commands. All the high level important things will be covered. Okay. Clear? And it may be useful for you also, guys. Maybe I may cover, if I have time, right, I'll cover test ng and all at a high level also. Not a complete test ng, but some high level test ng, some high level, framework thing, some high level stuff like that. Okay. So that kind of concept we have. Yeah, you'll be getting the recording. If you are unable to join, you will be getting the recording, Renuka. I'll be sharing that. No problem. Okay. I'll be sharing in the WhatsApp group or whatever the group. Okay. No worries. If you're able to attend that, guys. Otherwise, I'll be sharing the recording also for you. Fine. It's a crash course, guys. Okay. It's a crash course, you can say. Crash for the people who are completely new to Selenium Java. They want to get started with Selenium Java in just 2 days. That kind of mindset, ideology we are bringing and trying to create that webinar. Okay. So in the future also, we'll try to do these webinars repeatedly. Okay. So if you join, that's all good. You will have a revision. There's no harm in joining, right? So that's the thing. Fine. Clear, guys? Clear?
Sir, do we have any Java questions PDF that what kind of questions that they will ask in the interviews like that?
So I'm already working on the Java questions list. You see, Java is a very vast thing. They can ask from any direction. Okay. Nigora, it will start from 7 a.m. IST. So here you can go with my playlist that I'm currently working on. So yeah, core Java interview questions. Okay. There are something around something around 300 questions that I have already created here. Okay. So I'm still working on the questions. There are a lot of questions. Java is a vast thing. People can ask in the interviews from any direction to check your knowledge. But I'm trying to make my level best in, getting almost all type of questions that can be asked in the interviews. I still hope that there will be 300 more questions maybe added to this list for now. Okay. For my expectations. But this playlist you can watch one by one video. This will not only, help you in attending the interviews and answering the questions, but also will help you in gaining confidence on Java. Okay. Because I'm trying to cover Java in all aspects. Okay. So I recommend this playlist for you. Is that fine?
Yes.
Okay. Just go with that. I don't have any PDF, but that playlist is there with me that you can go and, learn with video format. Okay. Anyhow, let's complete these 2 functions, guys. After that, we have our doubts clearing. Okay, just stop your doubts for a while. Let me complete these 2 functions, which are not that much useful, but maybe required. Okay, not maybe required also, but just for knowledge case. So, guys, you know that I'll have to take some example here for understanding, making you guys understand this. So guys, I'll just go to my downloads thing, downloads location in my machine. Okay, then HTML files. Here I already created an HTML thing, right? I'll edit this, right click and I'll just right click and edit in Notepad or something. The HTML code of this, I'll edit it in Notepad. Just give me a second. Very simple functions, guys. Not much to think about, and you don't have to learn in depth also. Okay, I'll just give you a heads up of this. Okay, I'll just create multiple paragraphs here. Instead of 2 paragraphs, I'll create multiple paragraphs. Okay, these 3 paragraphs I'll copy paste. Okay, then para 1, para 2, para 3, para 4, para 5, para 6, main sub, sum. I'm just giving some random numbers. MON, SAT, like that, some random numbers I gave. This is the 3rd paragraph, let's say. This is the 4th paragraph, let's say. The 5th paragraph, let's say. This is the 6th paragraph, let's say. Like this, I'll just change the code and save this. And then close this. Okay. Now, if I open this in a browser, right? What happens? We are getting how many paragraphs here? Total how many paragraphs we are getting here, guys? Total 6 are coming. So if I right click here and inspect, and I want to locate this paragraph from the tag. All these paragraphs are the children of the body tag, right? All these paragraphs are the children of the body tag, correct or not? All these paragraphs that you are seeing here are the children of the body tag, right? Now I want to find the first paragraph under this body tag. What I can do, double forward slash, double slash p of 1. Can I write like this? Can I write double slash p of 1? Here, the location will happen under the parent tag. What is the position? That's what is the thing, right? Not at the page level, but at the tag. P of 2 if I write, it will take the second paragraph. P of 3 if I take, it will take the third paragraph. P of 4 if I take the fourth paragraph. P of 5 I will take, will take the fifth paragraph. P of 6 I will take sixth paragraph. But tomorrow, instead of 6 paragraphs, there are 10 paragraphs. Okay, I want to write an XPath expression which will locate the last paragraph every time. It may be 6 paragraphs, it can be 10 paragraphs, it can be 100 paragraphs, doesn't matter. But out of all the paragraphs, it should locate the last one. So can I go with a number here, or can I use the last function here? Which one is better? Number is better or last function is better? Last function is better because here, whether it may be 6 paragraphs, it may be 10 paragraphs, it can be 100 paragraphs, 2000 paragraphs. The last paragraph, if you want to find, you cannot give a number because number keeps changing. Today it is 6. The last paragraph is 6. Tomorrow, if there are 10 paragraphs, the number we have to change from 6 to 10 manually. And if there are 100 paragraphs, I have to change the number from 100 to whatever 10 to 100 or 100 to 2000 or whatever it is. But instead, if I simply put the last function, I don't have to worry much. Whatever the last paragraph is there, it will find it. Is there any function like first function to find the first paragraph? No. But what I have to do, guys, no matter there are 100 paragraphs, 6 paragraphs, 10 paragraphs, 1000 paragraphs, 2000 paragraphs, I simply have to use one, right? What is the matter? One will not change, right? Tomorrow, if there are 10 paragraphs, first paragraph you have to find one only is fine. That's why the first function is not there. But last function is there. Why? Because tomorrow more paragraphs comes means we cannot give the number, a static number we cannot give. We have to keep changing it. Instead of that, we can use the last function. So it will help us in finding the last paragraph. Okay, that is what is the last function all about, guys. Okay, so and there is one more thing, like you can also use like last minus 1, last minus 2, last but second paragraph. If you want to find last minus 2 also you can use. Okay, like that also is possible, guys. Okay, clear with this last function? From the last but second paragraph you want to find means last minus 2 you can write it if you want. Okay, that's the thing. But this is not that much important function, guys. But maybe some cases it may come to your use, but mostly it will not come to use. And the last thing that I want to cover about the XPath functions is this position function. So here I'm already giving a position, right? I'm already giving a position here, double slash p of 1, right? It will locate the first paragraph. Instead of this, I can write position function is equal to 1. Both are same. This part is optional. Whether you mention the position function or without you mention directly give the number, both are same, guys. It will locate the first paragraph. If I say position is equal to 2, it will locate the second paragraph. Position is equal to 3, position third paragraph, fourth paragraph, fifth paragraph, sixth paragraph. If I give 7, no paragraph. If I give 7, no paragraph. Okay, up to 6 is fine. Here, whether you give the position or you directly give the number, that's up to you. Position is optional. If you use position also, it's fine. Now clear with the position? Position function is clear for you? Okay. Directly you can give the number or you can say position is equal to 1. Both are same. Okay. So that's all about the XPath functions, guys. That's all about the XPath functions. Now you can ask your doubts. Tomorrow we'll go with the important concept of XPath expressions, because of which the XPath expressions are powerful. That is XPath axis. Okay. Because of what XPath is powerful of all the locators, XPath axis. Okay. So,
I have pasted my question.
yeah. Yes,
into the
Krupal,
chat.
you are asking me a question. Go to amazon.in, search for refrigerator and find XPath for a specific product. Okay, let's write out what's the matter. So let's go here and go to amazon.in and search for what? Refrigerator.
Refrigerator.
And search. I have to click on the search button. I have done that. And in that, what I have to do? I want to
find the XPath for let's say Here 3 to 5.
Which one?
After clicking on that product, it will go to the another tab.
I have to click on a product. Let's say I clicked on this product. Okay.
Yeah.
It
So
went to
it will
another
go
tab.
on the another
Another
tab.
tab.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. So I want to do some validation on this page, but I want the XPath of that Samsung 653
This
on
one?
previous page.
Previous
Yeah,
page. You
on
want to click?
previous page. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Inspect this. Okay. Here span tags are there in between the. You are specifically about this Samsung 653L something like that, right?
Yeah.
That
So
product
this
only.
question asked me on CGI interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. You scroll down. You see there is a lot of complexity here. You have to keep going. Okay. You have to implement this also. The question that you got right. You see this product that you are searching for example, when you search for refrigerator here and click on the search button, right? This product may come in the search results. We don't know. In the first page only we'll get. If you are getting the first page, you don't have to do much efforts. Otherwise, what you have to do is this is called as pagination. This section is called as pagination, where you have to keep going, clicking on next, and then it will go to the second page. Again, on the second page, you have to find that element. Okay. So I think this one we can solve on the weekends. Okay. This kind of stuff we can solve on the weekends. But for now, just it's a matter of XPath expression we can look at. You just copy this particular text. Okay. And create an XPath expression, double /span. Let's say text is equal. Let's see whether text function will work or not. Let's see that. It's working, right? It's locating one element that is nothing but this one. That you will click on that. Okay. But if this product is not on the first page, then we have to think about that and we have to implement the pagination concept. We keep on clicking next until this product appears on the page, and then we'll perform the clicking of that. Okay. Clear? But if you want in detailed explanation of this thing, we have to do on the weekends. Shall we add this to our weekend challenge?
Yeah.
Since you already got this question on, I'll just make a note. Okay. Some challenges to be solved. Okay, because you are getting this kind of questions in the interview, so it's okay to add them, right? So we can batch future challenge to be solved. It's not that you have to wait for the challenge for me to explain, guys. You can try in between, guys. Okay, anyone in this batch can try this out. Okay, in between. So simple thing is that Amazon.in. Then search for a product, search for refrigerator, let's say refrigerator, okay, text, and then refrigerator, and then find the required product and perform click operation on it to open in new tab. This is the what you got right in the interview for CJI. Okay. So we'll try to add this into the the weekend part. Not this weekend, maybe next weekend it will come, because this weekend we have the crash course, right? So fine. But meanwhile, you guys can try it out. If anyone has can do it, you can do it and share the code in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Fine, everyone.
I have another question, but it takes time, Arun. Can I share the question?
Yeah, you can share the question, but if we cannot solve now, then we can do it on weekends or something.
It's a Java program. They asked me to extract the Google Gaggle from the www.gaggle.com and convert that Gaggle.com.
Gaggle.
They have given me the string s1 is equal to www.gaggle.com, and out of that I want to extract the Gaggle and convert that Gaggle into the Google.
Oh, we can do that easily. It's very simple. So they have given the string text as Gaggle, and from the string text you have to retrieve this part and replace that with the Gaggle, Google, right?
Google.
Simple.
Yeah.
This is very simple. You can do it actually. It's not about Selenium, Tanmay. Yeah, okay. So Tanmay is giving a solution for that Samsung thing. Okay. Yeah, start with also we can use if that is a constant part for that product. We can still use starts with also. Right, correct, Tanmay. I thought this is the one. Okay, but okay, fine. Let me launch Eclipse ID. Meanwhile, you can ask me the questions, guys. Okay. While the Eclipse ID launch, if you have any other questions, you can ask me. It's a very simple question. There's nothing much here, but we can easily solve this. Okay. Anyone have any questions? Someone was asking me some question related to software testing in the beginning.
I have,
You
sir.
there? Yeah,
Yeah,
you
sir.
there now? Yeah.
Yeah, sir. So the question was that, sir, I want to know that once the smoke testing is done, right, sir? So after that, what is the process followed, sir? Like, is regression testing comes
Mm.
after that, or like sanity comes after regression? Confusing, sir. That's
Yeah.
question.
So for example, you got a version of the build software, some version, XYZ version you
Yeah.
got, right? Immediately what
Yeah.
you will do first, you'll perform the smoke testing at a high level, right?
Yeah, sir.
This is what you do.
Yeah.
You'll perform smoke testing first at a high level. Okay. The first
Okay.
testing that will be performed is the smoke testing. Once the
Okay.
smoke testing is passed, if the application high level functionalities, critical important functionalities of the application are working at a high level. For example, if you take login functionality, you are able to log into the application with valid username, password, and you are able to log in and all. That means it is working fine, right?
Yeah.
Smoke testing, that kind of things you will test. You will not go in depth and all. So once the smoke testing is passed, you will accept the build and you will go for the further testing. Maybe in the previous version of the software, you have reported some defects. Okay, some bugs or defects you reported in the previous version of the software, right? And developers are stating that in this version that we have given, that particular defects got fixed. They are saying that whatever the defects that we have reported in the previous version of the software got fixed in this so and so XYZ version of the software. What you will do after smoke testing is completed, after you accept the build, to check whether these particular defects are really fixed or not by developers, you have to perform retesting first. After smoke testing, the next thing that you will do is what? Retesting. Clear? Clear
Yeah.
so
Okay,
far?
sir. Okay. Yeah.
Let's say you have done the retesting. Okay, you have completed the retesting. Now you know that because of the bug fixes done by the developers, or some code changes happen to this code. Not only the bug fixes, anywhere the developers have changed the code in the application, any functionality, apart from fixing the defects, the developers may have modified some code or updated some functionalities or introduced some new functionalities or removed some functionalities, whatever it may happen, right? Some changes they have done some 3 or 4 functionalities apart from defects fixing. Let's say in this particular application, some 6 functionalities got affected because of some functionalities got affected because you fixed some defect in login functionality. Let's say you fixed some defect related to logout functionality. You fixed some defect related to restart functionality. 3 defects got fixed. You performed retesting of the defects and checked whether they are passed or failed, and or according to that you either close the defect or reassign the defect back to the developer. Okay, fine, that's done. Now, apart from this defects fixing, they have introduced some new functionality known as search functionality, and they updated the forgot password functionality. Like that, they have made some changes to the code for introducing, modifying, and they deleted some logo from the home page. Let's say, okay, some code changes they have done. Okay, so what you have to do here is here you have to perform smoke testing on those affected areas. Smoke testing is I'm saying smoke sanity. Sorry, sanity testing on those affected areas where the code changes happened. So sanity testing is nothing but is a subset of regression testing. Understood, guys? What is sanity testing? Is a subset of regression testing. In regression testing, you will test all the functionalities of this particular application, all the complete test cases of all the functionalities of the application, whether they are working fine in the previous build or they are not working fine also. You have to check in depth in case of regression testing, because we have to find, because of this code fixes, are there any side effects are there or not in regression testing. But before you perform regression testing, you know that developers have modified some code, have done some code changes, some 6 functionalities of this application. So you have to perform in-depth testing of that 6 functionalities. Okay, that is login functionality, regression of the login functionality, regression of the logout functionality, regression of what is the other functionality, restart functionality, and regression of one new functionality got introduced, right? What is that new functionality? I told that search functionality, regression of that search functionality, and something got updated. That is what got updated, guys? I told you. Yeah, forgot password functionality. Okay, got updated. The regression testing of that regression testing test cases of all that forgot password functionality, and one functionality got removed. That is, they have removed some logo. Okay, some unwanted image they removed on the home page. So regression testing of that home page that you will do. That subset. It's not about other functionalities, right? There are 100 functionalities in this application, but you are performing regression testing of only that 6 functionalities for which code changes happen. That is called as sanity testing. To quickly find the problems, okay? To quickly find the problems in that affected areas, we will perform sanity testing immediately after the
So your
retesting.
voice is okay.
It's clear? To quickly
Yeah. So
perform the regression testing, in-depth testing or regression testing of those functionalities for which developers have changed the code in the form of defects fixes or new code introductions or new functionality introducing or modifying the functionalities or deleting the functionalities or any other ways, that functionalities only you will perform in depth. That's why we call sanity testing as a subset of regression testing.
understood. Okay.
Understood,
After
na?
this
Then
regression
after
is performed.
sanity testing, they will perform regression testing to see whether there are any side effects. Okay?
Because some
To
of
see
the
whether
people in YouTube, saying that regression is performed when we make the smoke test table with the regression, only then sanity is performed. So some of the people saying like that in YouTube.
Yeah, you say if you go to Google, right, lot of answers will be there. You'll get confused. Okay, think in real time aspects and understand like this. This is what I believe so far and what I understood so far. And there may be some confusions in case of sanity testing. What happens in real time is that when the build is about to be released into the market, sometimes when the build is going to be released into the market, what happens? Developers will become active and keep on doing a lot of changes, right? Okay, the build is getting released. They will get anxious because they don't want any functionalities having some problems. They will get anxious and they keep changing some functionality. So at that case, sanity testing will perform to these changes first, and then we'll go for the other cases like smoke, sanity, and regression will follow that cycle. Mainly sanity may be done when during the release of the software. Okay, fine.
And sir, one question was asked, like if there is like a if there is a like if there is a 50 bucks are there, right? Okay, and like you don't have a time like and then release is like tomorrow is the release, and then how will so what you'll do?
I'll first. It is about test cases or bugs.
No bugs.
Bugs. You have to see whether that bugs will affect the release or not. First of all. Okay. So if there is a very limited time and you see the bugs are not in your hands, right? Developers have to fix it. Okay, testers cannot do anything. So what you can do is before a day of that particular release of the software, if there are 50 bugs, you have to create a quality report. Okay, instead of worrying about the bugs. Bugs should be taken care by the developers, right? From software testing side, we cannot do anything. So we can actually ask the developers to fix them. While the developers are fixing them, what we'll do is in this particular version of the software that you want to release into the market, it already has 50 defects. You will analyze the defects, whether these defects fall into the minor category or major category or priority of the defects and all severity of the defects and priority of the defects and all. You have to create a quality report and you have to give a judgment. Testers should give a judgment whether this particular software can be released into the market or not, and this report need to be sent to your managers and all the other people, high level people who actually take some decisions about releasing the software into the market. Still, after checking your report, if they still decide to release a software, then testers are on the safe side. Okay, otherwise we have not performed our duty well and we have released a malfunctioning or some kind of failure product into the market otherwise. Okay, having some buggy software into the market. That's how you have to answer. The answer is simply quality report we'll create. You have to say you have to say in a realistic manner, saying that we will send we have sent a quality report in such kind of cases in our company. We have to say, okay, they'll be okay with that.
Understood.
To add on to Arun, I think maybe we can go for the conditional sign off and adding these into the release notes also, but the client is aware these are the issues also.
Hmm. Yes, that's what. Right, correct. That's also fine.
Thanks, sir.
We
Thanks.
have to inform the client. Okay, conditional release. If you really want to release, the client has to take a decision on that, right? We are not the one to take decision there. But we can also give our judgment that this is a situation, this has important effects. How can you release kind of thing? Also, we can say. Okay, in different companies, different process will be followed. In big companies, different process. So the one who has just now said something, right? Can you add more lines to that? You from your real time perspective, you are answering, I guess. Can you answer that in a detailed manner?
Yes. And for example, we found some defects, and after even if we don't have enough time, we will perform the sanity at the end. And if still
Yes.
some time is not there, we will inform to the client these are the severity and priority of the issues. If you want to release, because with deadline, we will release and we will mention these are the known issues. Add it to the release notes, and the next sprint we will take this as a priority items and we will deliver. Like that, we can inform.
Yes, correct. You see that's how some companies quality report will be followed. In some companies, whatever Vishwa is saying, right, that will be followed where we'll add into the release notes. When you release the software, right, when you release the software, they'll put some release notes. For example, here, Selenium guys also will do that. Selenium HQ dot Selenium dot dev, right? Let's go to the official website of Selenium and go to the downloads and go to the change log. You can see the release notes here. Whenever the Selenium guys are releasing a software, you see they're putting some information here. Can you see this is what Vishwa you are saying as release notes, right?
It contains some known issues also that they
Yes,
won't
here
bother.
they will mention what problems are there, what they have fixed. Okay, in the release notes of a software, you see if they're releasing the 4.17.0 version of the software, what work they have done. They have removed deprecated event listener classes, added ability. Are there any known issues? They will write down here. Okay, like that they ignore null text of unhandled. You see, and they'll mention to the client saying that in the release notes we added this and we'll take them as priority for the next version of the software and release it into the market. Okay, if the client is okay with that, it's fine, because sometimes we can release the software with some defects also if there are multiple other versions coming up. Okay.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, in Tanmay is sharing one more thing. You see a lot of interesting things are being shared here. Okay, CAB in our project we call CAP, Change Advisory Board, and details with impact. Tanmay, can you explain more details about that, how it happens in your project so that everyone can learn it?
Yes, so basically what we did, suppose there are some changes and the changes are related to suppose a UI or some CMS changes, some text need to change or some button need to add it, and there is a less time. So what we did, we have some releases and we need to prepare some documents and I need to share the details for that issue. Like we are going to fix that issue in the next release, and there is one cap document in which we add the exact functionality where it's going to impact and which kind of changes we are going to need. Like suppose something related to UX component or some site config or something like for API related. So that kind of stuff we manage through the cap, and that cap sent to the client, and then he approve that cap, and then we proceed further. That the process we follow.
Proceed for the release.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next version you will work on that basically.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. You see
So
different
it's
companies
kind
are
of
following different.
agreements between client and client, so he should be
It's
aware.
all about the
impact.
communication between client and us to
Yeah.
see whether we are in the same page, same boat, right?
Yes.
Okay. Some other interesting question came. Kumari is asking me a question about the XPath expression. So can we do that or not? Let's see. Even I have never thought about that direction, but let me see whether we can do or not. Where did I open that browser thing? Not there. Let me open this again from my location. I think we can do, I guess. We can do, Kumari, but let's see how to do. I don't, yes, whether I'm just thinking it can be done, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. /p position is equal to 1 will work, right? Position is equal to 1 means first paragraph will come here. What about, can we say last here is the question? Yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's working, right? Good question, Kumari. Yeah, I'll have this question added to my, whenever I get some, out of box question, right, I'll just make a note of the things.
Sir, one URL I have sent, sir. This question was asked to me, sir. Can you open that, sir?
Yeah, just give me a second. We'll go one by one. So if anyone want to add any other things regarding that question, like one person has said CAB, other person, what is that other one? Vishwa, what you said? What do you call that terminology as?
Giving the conditional sign up and adding those into the release notes under the node
condition sign up,
condition sign up and adding those issues under the release note of known issues section.
Okay. Yeah, we'll write that here. Condition or conditional?
Is this right, sir? Smoke retesting sanity and regression.
Condition sign up, adding those things to, those pending things to release notes.
Release notes.
This is the thing, right?
Yeah, under known issues.
Under known issues. Yeah, under known issues section. So for my case, it was quality report. We generally used to create a quality report in this case. And in other company, they are following this CAB. CAB is nothing but what is that CAB?
Change advisory board.
Change advisory board thing. Okay. Change advisory board. Okay. So you can give all these answers, guys. So you need to get very good question, and so this kind of questions comes in real time. Okay. Conditional sign up. Conditional sign. Fine.
Sign off.
Okay.
Sign off.
Sign off. Sign off. Okay. Sign
Yeah.
off. You call. Sign off. Right. Got it. Great. And one more question in the sequence order I would like to go. Someone has asked me a question already, right? So, but I'll go with that question, and after that we'll go with other questions. Just give me a second. What was the question? Actually, I have to solve something, right? www.gaggle.com. I have to change it to google.com, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll solve that, and after that we'll go for other questions. So is there any doubts section here? A, B, C, D. Yeah, under the doubts I'll take. And right click new class, change text. Change text in between demo. Okay, here some F has been added. Okay. Then here inside the main method, I'll write the code. Simply write the code like, string str is equal to www.gaggle.com, right?
GAAGLE.
GAAGLE.
Yeah.
This I have to change to what?
First of all, extract that gaggle, and then that gaggle is converted to the Google.
Yes, correct. Right, correct. So first I need to extract it. Yeah, what we can do is here there are some string functions, right? We can use the string functions here. There is a split function. Can use split function. Here there is some dot, right? We'll take the help of the dot, and it will convert into the dot I'll put here. So what will happen when I say split of dot means it will convert it into how many words? String of array containing 3 words. So here you see split will return you string array. The first index of the array will have www because it has separated by dot, and in the second, that is the first index of the array will have GWAGLE, and in the second index we'll have com. So instead of I can store like this also, string array AR is equal to, I can make it short again. Then AR of 1 is nothing but what? This one. AR of 0 is WWW now. AR of 1 is GWA, GLE. AR of 2 is COM. Like that, with the help of dot regression expression, we have separated it, splitted it. Now in this, what I have to do? AR of 1 contains string, right? AR of 1 contains some string. Dot, can I say dot? Yeah. Dot, I have to convert that. I'll say replace. Replace dot replace character sequence with replace. I don't want this replace all, I want replace dot replace. Can I go with the text here or character only? WA. And see whether it is possible for text or not. Oh. Okay. Then system.out.println. Okay. AR of 1. Let's see what will happen. Okay, I have to again combine it. I know. First, let's see what is the output we are. Okay, there is a array index out of bounds. Index 1 is out of bounds for length 0 now. Okay, that means something is going wrong. What is the problem here, guys? I gave dot properly only, right? So I'll print it out here. System.out.println AR of 0. System.out.println AR of 1, AR of 2. Right click, run as Java application. Let's see what happens here. Oh, index 0 out of bounds for length 0. So what is the problem here, anyone? String array only, right? Regular expression. It's not splitting, it seems, right? With the help of dot. Str dot split double quote, and in that we have to give dot, and then we'll get array. System.out.println, system.out.println arrays dot as AR to string. T is coming. It's not getting splitted. Str is there, split function is there. One str dot split of string regular expression only. You have to give string only here, but dot is being not taken off. Okay. Okay. Maybe dot slash have to give. No.
Arun, we can directly do that now.
What is that?
Sir, we can directly replace with like Google with
Yeah,
like
we can
GW.
also. Yeah, we can split and do that, or we can replace also. So, but yeah, that is also correct. But why split is not working, I'm not able to understand. str dot replace. Let's see. WA with O. System.out.println str. Right click on as. Yeah, okay, it has not been. Okay, I think the replace function will give you another string actually. String des. But des I have to print. Is that okay?
Yeah.
It's fine, I guess.
Arun, I want first extract that gaggle and convert that gaggle to the Google. That is a program.
Okay. In case of extracting, right, it should work, but let's see why it's not working with dot. We'll figure it out. There is a tricky thing in this. Let's figure it out, okay? Split of G if I say, single quotes G if I say, what it will do, let's see. Then string array AR is equal to, let's find it out. Okay, let's find it out. Maybe it's a tricky question. Maybe system.out.println AR of 0. If I say, what will come? Let's see. It is working or not. If I put dot, it's not working. But if I put, you see, it is working with G. But if I put dot in place of G, it may not be working. You see, it's not working. So dot cannot be used as a regular expression. If you have to represent dot in regular expression, what we have to do is the question. Maybe we can go with ChatGPT and ask it.
Arun,
XPath, yeah, escape sequence, anything is there for dot inside the double quotes?
hi Arun.
Yeah.
Can we use the indexing, like, I mean, if it is a two-word separated by one particular thing like dot, then it would have been done. But if we have a two dots here, can we also give a statement like str dot split followed by this dot, and then we can also give the indexing, like how many times we want to split it, like two. I mean,
yeah,
because
we'll come to that. We'll come to that. Let's see how to represent a dot in a regular expression inside a string in Java. Two backslashes, because single backslash is escape skill Java. Here is an example. Okay, I'll say split of 1 minute. Otherwise, we'll directly go and attack it. Split of dot is not working in Java. Double forward slash backward slash we have to use. Then it may work. Run this code. It's a tricky question. Now it's coming, right? So here I'll take AR of 1. If I run this, it will get extract only that waggle, and I'll simply say string domain is equal to AR of 1. AR of 0 means www will come. Here dot cannot be done like this. You have to say double forward slash. Okay, that's the thing. And then in the domain we have to say replace what? WA with double O, the semicolon. Then string final. I'll print out the final. Okay, final is a keyword, right? So fin I'll say fine str, final str. Okay, and just print it out. System.out.println final str. So whatever the question you got in the interview is a tricky question. Instead of dot, you have to use double backward slash dot. Is that fine? No? Is the program fine for you? It's a literal expression for literal dot. The first backward slash is for escaping the last one. So dot slash we have to give actually, but dot slash, to represent the dot slash, we are giving one more slash to represent double backward slash is nothing but single backward slash dot. In string, right, you cannot write single backward slash. You have to write double backward slash, right? And to give that escape sequence, you have to write double backward slash. That's what is the explanation they are giving. That's correct. I got the idea of single backward slash, but but single backward slash is not accepted in the string text. For example, if you take any string text and if you add a single backward slash, you'll get an error. You have to represent with double backward slash only. Okay, that's the reason here instead of escape sequences will be like this only, right? Escape sequence dot n dot like that t, it will be there. So dot slash dot will be there, but here slash dot cannot be accepted by the string text. String literal cannot have single backward slash dot. For single backward slash to be represented, you have to represent double backward slash, which is nothing but single backward slash only. Okay, so that's why it was dot was not being taken into picture. Clear? Clear with this? Clear with the answer for the program? Very good question. Extract waggle from www.waggle.com and convert to Google. Okay, this is the question you got in Java. Any other? Yeah, I'll share the code. Share the code. For now, I'll share the code in the chat box. I shared the code in the chat box. Any other questions, guys? Anyone, someone have other questions, right? You can ask me now if this is done.
Yeah, sir, that one link I have sent you. Can you open that, sir?
Where you have sent me the link in the chat box?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in chat box.
Magento.
Yeah, yeah.
Software testing board. Okay. Good.
Sir, sir, in that right come top, sir.
1 minute. Here, future challenge. Click on login button of Facebook page. Facebook page. Facebook login page. This week.
Sam,
Yeah. Yeah. Fine. Yeah. Went there. This is a sample application, right?
In this application, we have this woman, men, gear, and this training, right?
Yes. Right. Correct.
Yeah, I want that, right? Like I just want to take the link of women, men, gear, and training.
You want to retrieve the hyperlink of this women.
Yeah, women, men, gear, and training.
Women, men, gear, and training, 4 items.
Yeah, not inside the subpart. I don't want. Is it possible?
Inside the subpart means?
Like if you click, if I am taking, right, it is taking the link of inside the character women's. If you click on woman, right, inside subcategories are also there. That should that I don't
Subcategories you
want.
don't. Okay, only the women link, men link, gear link, and training link you want, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we can easily do that, right? So what is the matter in this? Inspect this. First of all, inspect that. And so just go to the top level. Anchor tag is coming here. This link you need, first of all, right? And there is a li tag again. First li, second li. From second to 2, this is index 1, index 2, 1, 2. Okay, from menus, right? So this one is what's new. And this list items, first we have to find the list items. Or you can write like this. /li /a. Okay. If I inspect this again, /li. Role presentation is there. li @role presentation is there. So 1 of 26 are coming still with the role presentation. I think that is not a unique one. Here UI menu item is there. Then I'll say contains @class, comma, UI menu item, close the circular brackets, close the square bracket. Now still 1 of 26 are still coming up. Menu item also, okay. Menu item. There is level top is there. What if I give level top here? Level hyphen top. 6 are coming. 1. Let's see what will come. What's new? Women, men, gear, training, sale. Right? I think the role is required or not. I don't know. I would like to simplify this. Still 6 are coming. So I can double slash li contains at the red class level top A. That is locating that. And you can get attribute and you can retrieve the URLs of all these things. But you don't need all the ones. You want the things from index number 2 onwards, right?
Yeah.
A of 2 is not coming here. Maybe we have to write circular brackets and give 2 here. 2, 3, can write a for loop where they, with I is equal to 2, 3, 4 like that. And then get attribute and then you can try that. Hope you got the high level idea, right?
Yeah, sir, can you share this XPath, sir?
This XPath you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But we'll add this into the weekend challenge, okay? I'll explain in detail because this will take a lot of time, right? So
Okay, sir.
I'll add it to the future challenge here. Any kind of questions you are getting in the interviews, this kind of challenges you share, guys, okay? Find get the hyperlink of hyperlinks per top level menus of women to training. Okay, that's it.
Sir, what you told, sir, I will try it, sir. I have to take this indexing, sir. Index I have to take.
Yes, you have to take the index. Starting from, it's not index, actually it is a position. Okay, it's a position.
Okay.
If you give 1 means what's new will come, but it's at the second position. So from 2 to 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 to 5 you have to say, and you have to get attribute value of href. You have to try in the command, Selenium command. That will get the attribute URL value of this href. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Here in place of 5, you just say 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it will give women, men, gear, and training items, right?
But how it will go, sir, one by one and take everything, sir?
For loop. You use for loop.
Okay.
For int I is equal to 2, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus, and in that loop you write down the code. This XPath expression is returning how many elements? For example,
6.
If I don't give any number here, this dynamic XPath you have to write here. This you have to make it dynamic during the code. That means inside the for loop, you have to pass this number in place of the square brackets. You have to pass that I value. Like this, you have to write. Plus here up to here double quote you will write in the string text. I am saying you have to create string version of this XPath expression and make this dynamic. In place of 5, you have to pass the I value. This will become the dynamic XPath. And this place you pass in the for loop, you pass I. What will happen? Every time a new XPath will be created, that XPath you pass in the driver.find element thing.
So can you send this? I will try.
This one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this have to be explained in the challenge only, okay? Then you'll understand, okay? A weekly challenge, I'll explain this, okay? In detail. But you try it from your side meanwhile. Everyone can try this out, okay? Very good question also, this one also. Like this kind of challenges, if we keep solving, right, we'll get a lot of confidence in Selenium automation, okay? So guys, whenever you get this kind of interview questions, share us, okay? Here we are giving a lot of time after the sessions to discuss this kind of stuff, okay? So this should solve. But I will again take this as challenges in the weekend sessions, okay? So many challenges that are pending now. We are getting a lot of challenges that I'll demonstrate practically with the live implementation on the weekends. This weekend may not be possible, but next weekend I'll try. Okay, fine. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions you guys have? Okay, fine. I think we are good, right, for today? If everyone in this meeting is good, just type G in the chat box. If you're good with whatever the things that are went out, if you don't have any doubt, just type G in the chat box. Great. Everyone is fine. We are learning a lot of things together, guys. Okay, it's a power of community here. It's not just the trainer giving you the training, but whatever the questions the people are facing in the interviews, we are discussing here. That is also a learning, guys. Okay, that nowhere you will get that kind of learnings. Okay, so keep learning the stuff. Keep don't keep any things. Don't stop anywhere. Keep trying. Okay, keep learning. That is the way to success. Okay. Yeah, that's all, guys. Everyone is good, it seems. That's all for this session. That's all for today's session. See you tomorrow. It's again the same time, 7 a.m. IST, where we are going to continue with XPath expressions with XPath axis concept, which is the last concept of XPath, which is very important. That makes the XPath expressions powerful. Till then, see you. Bye-bye, guys.